This is Jordan Marshall, reporting for Profiles of the Dark Side of Human Nature. Our story starts with Philip Haynes Markoff, a 23-year-old medical student at Boston University. He was a clean-cut, intelligent young man who was engaged to be married. He seemed to be living a perfect life on the outside, but Markoff was arrested for the murder of a prostitute named Julissa Brisman, who he met through a Craigslist ad. Markoff was also connected to 2 other robberies of females he met online for sex services. He became known as the Craigslist Killer. Philip Markoff was born on February 12, 1986 in Sherrill, New York, and grew up in an upscale family where his father was a dentist. He was a top student all throughout his childhood, and he was a member of the National Honor Society and was active in the History Club and the bowling team. Philip Markoff attended the University of Albany, where he received a bachelor's degree in biology. He met his fiancée, Megan McAllister, at the university. The couple became engaged 3 years later, and their wedding was set for August 14, 2009 in New Jersey. After they graduated, Markoff and McAllister moved to the Boston area to attend medical school at Boston University. Markoff's crime spree started on April 10, 2009. He arranged to meet Tricia Leffler, a 29-year-old prostitute from Las Vegas, through an ad she posted on Craigslist. He tied her up and robbed her at gunpoint at the Westin Copley Place Hotel. 4 days later, Markoff responded to an ad on Craigslist and arranged to meet Julissa Brisman, a 26-year-old prostitute. Markoff tried to rob Brisman, but Brisman fought back and would not give up her money. She died after Markoff bashed her in the head and shot her 3 times at the Marriott Copley Hotel. On April 16th, Markoff attempted to rob another 26-year-old Las Vegas prostitute at a Rhode Island Holiday Inn Express. This victim had advertised on Craigslist. Police started a manhunt for the killer, who was targeting women from Craigslist ads. A break in the case came when a close friend and former roommate of Brisman's found email messages Brisman had exchanged with a client she was to meet at the hotel. Investigators say Markoff had opened a new email account the day before Brisman's death. Based on the IP address obtained from the email forwarded by Brisman's friends, police began staking out the building where Markoff lived. After a search of Markoff's apartment, police found a handgun, duct tape, zip ties, and a collection of his victim's underwear. After a victim identified him as her attacker, Markoff was arrested. He was charged with the fatal shooting of Brisman and the armed robbery and kidnapping of Leffler. Markoff had an alleged gambling problem, which may have begun as early as high school. Police suspect that gambling debts may have sparked Markoff's spree of robberies. After both attacks, Markoff hit the casinos. 2 days after Brisman was murdered, Markoff hit the casino again with $5,300 in his pocket. He did not show any remorse after having just killed a woman and went to gamble and have fun as usual. It seems Markoff picked prostitutes off of Craigslist because he thought they were an easy target. He figured they would have the money on them and that he could rob them. He also was a big guy, standing over 6 foot 3 inches tall, so he could physically overpower females with no trouble. Last, he figured that because prostitutes were doing something illegal, they couldn't run and tell the police about him. He thought he had it all figured out until Brisman fought back and he ended up murdering her. On August 15, 2010, Markoff was found dead after he committed suicide in his cell at the Nashua Street Jail in Boston. This happened exactly a day after what would have been the 1-year anniversary of his canceled wedding. He had written his ex-fiancee's name, Megan, in blood on a wall. He also used a sharp object to slash major arteries in his ankles, legs, and neck. He wrapped his wounds in plastic, covered his head with a plastic bag, and stuffed toilet paper down his throat so jail authorities could not resuscitate him. Narcissistic personality disorder is a mental disorder in which people have an inflated sense of their own importance and lack of feelings for other people. Markoff showed signs of this disorder ever since he was in school. He bullied others and made fun of people he thought were beneath him. Antisocial personality disorder is a mental condition in which a person shows no regard for right and wrong and ignores the rights and feelings of others. Markoff did this when he decided to target women on Craigslist. People with antisocial personality disorder often violate the law, becoming criminals. They lie and are violent and are impulsive. They show no guilt for their behavior. Markoff showed all these signs. There was apparently a dark and sinister side to Philip Markoff that he took to his grave. This is Jordan Marshall reporting for Profiles of the Dark Side of the Human Nature. Thank you.